Hey guys, it's Ascent here, and I hope you've all had a great day so far. I think it's important to let you guys all know that Hypixel Skyblock is officially moving to version 1.21.9 and above for the next massive update on February 24th. So basically, within 3 or so weeks, whether or not you like it, you'll have to follow this guide if you want to continue playing Hypixel Skyblock. But anyways, today I'm going to be showing you the easiest and simplest, basically one-step setup guide to get your game into version 1.21 plus for Hypixel Skyblock. I've watched a ton of guides, and to be honest, they really aren't that great for a casual like me, who doesn't really want to go and change a bunch of settings in the UI. It just feels like too much. I'm also really paranoid about downloading weird mods because I keep seeing people get ratted, and I'm really not trying to be like that. Just a quick reminder to leave a like and subscribe, as I do make a ton of easy guides for the average Skyblock player who's just trying to learn new things. I'm literally so close to 2,000 subscribers, so I really hope we can reach that soon. But yeah, with everything out of the way, let's get into the video. You're going to want to go into Google and type in Modrinth. So Modrinth is basically like CurseForge. It's an area where there's tons of mods and mod packs, but specifically for the newer versions of Minecraft. There's a lot of popular Skyblock YouTubers that recommend Modrinth, and this is for good reason because it has a pretty good reputation, and I wouldn't worry about getting ratted or having a virus in your computer, so yeah. So to continue on, you want to click Modrinth right here, and then it'll ask you to get Modrinth app on the top, and then just download the Modrinth app. So assuming that you've downloaded Modrinth, it'll either open upon downloading, or you can see a shortcut here. For me, I'm gonna click it and then open it up. So I just want to clarify, for the sake of this guide, it's going to be a very simple guide. There is a mod pack that I believe really covers basically all of the quality of life mods that you'd want on Hypixel Skyblock. If there are any mods that you think aren't in the mod pack, you can link them down below. But for simplicity's sake, this is just for people who just kind of want to play Skyblock with, pretty good quality of life mods and don't want to go through the process of setting up a bunch of like GUI stuff and settings. So yeah. So what I'm going to do here is click Discover Content, and then you're going to type in Skyblock. So you might be put into the mods section. You want to click Modpacks because it is, a mod pack. And it'll be the 4th one shown, called Skyblock Enhanced Modern Edition by KD Gaming 1. And all you want to do is just click Install. And up here you can see it'll just say Downloading Modpack 6.7. And yeah, that's literally it. Now you have the entire mod pack. There's a small setup screen, but I promise it's extremely simple to understand, so I wouldn't worry about that. And all I'm going to do is click play, and it'll just, take the time to load up the instance. This might take a little bit for your first time, or for the time after that, but again, like, when has Minecraft ever opened up quick? So I've already gone over this, but for your guys' sake, I just deleted the entire instance so I can go over it with you guys, but I promise you it's very simple. Upon launching Minecraft, you'll see Welcome, step 0 of 6, but to be honest, there's actually like 3 real steps, and the 6 other steps are like, are you sure this is fine? So welcome to Skyblock Enhanced. Let's get you set up for the best experience. Take 30 seconds to read through the welcome, please. So I'm not going to do that, but there are setup steps, 6 steps here, and yeah, I'm going to click continue, and the first step is FPS or quality. So it's going to give you 4 settings, basically just depending on how strong your PC is, or basically what kind of game you want to be playing. I usually click visual quality because I don't really care about FPS like that, but if you do care, click maximum FPS. You can read the bottom below to see what each thing's about, but yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. And so on the left here, if you scroll down, it kind of shows you like the specifics of what each setting actually does, but for simplicity's sake, you can just read the bottom here and figure out what's going on. And then I'm gonna click continue here, and then now it's gonna ask for your preferred tab design to use in-game when playing with Skyblock Enhanced. So for me personally, I really like this bottom left one. I don't really like this one just because I'm not used to it. So I'm gonna click this, click continue. And so the third step is going to ask for item background. It might not be very obvious what this is actually asking, but if you look closely into the items, there's like a glow here, and then a circular glow, and then no glow. Basically what it's asking is, what do you like visually? I prefer less clutter, so I'm going to click no background, but if you like the color, you can choose one of these. So yeah, click continue here. And for step 4, it's going to ask you to choose your resource pack for Skyblock Enhanced. And so basically what a resource pack is it kind of determines what your world and items will look like visually. You can choose multiple of these, but for simplicity's sake, I'm going to choose Defrosted, which is the one I like. But again, you can always go back and change this, so I wouldn't worry about this. Nothing here is like finalized, so yeah. And then for step 5 of 6, useful information. Basically, it's kind of saying that Skyblock Enhanced contains a ton of mods, and down here are some topics covered. Again, I'm not going to read it, but if you want to, you can. I didn't, but I'm just lazy. So I'm going to go over and click continue here. And so basically for the final step, step 6 out of 6, it'll just ask you if you're actually ready to apply your settings. And it's just going to ask you to apply settings here. So I'm going to click apply settings. So now that everything is applied, all you have to do is click finish and you're basically done. I got a low memory allocation. I'm pretty certain you can just change this in the Modrinth settings on the actual software UI. not on here. But yeah, there's a button that says join Hypixel because this was basically just meant for Hypixel Skyblock. You can click multiplayer and it'll just give you the basic screen, but I'm gonna go back and just click join Hypixel. And yeah, that's literally it. So there are two things I recommend you should always do that have nothing to do with this actual like, mod pack. Once you go into options and change your FOV to Quake Pro, I just feel like being able to see more of the actual like screen is really important for me because I don't know, it just feels too cluttered and too close together. Second thing is going into options and clicking controls, keybinds, and then scrolling down here into the sneak and sprint. Change this to control and this one to shift. If you do it the other way around, I think you're a criminal, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna just be honest, the quality of life mods here are basically all I've ever asked for. I mean, I can literally scroll. Like, I don't think any of you guys have this issue, but I've just not been able to scroll. I'm pretty certain in the base Minecraft, you can't scroll on item lore, but now you can, so pretty cool. So in terms of the UI or like the visual stuff on the screen, there are two main mods that you can look at and change it if you don't like it. The first one is Skyhoney. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Skyhoney, whatever. Just click /Skyhoney and then click enter, and here you can see the GUI, and you can just kind of play with that. And the second one is Skyblocker. You can click that and open config. And again, UI visuals, it shows you basically what's on and what's off, but rest assured, everything is basically configured for you. The game works perfectly fine if you don't touch anything. So yeah, I look at my comments almost every day, so if you have any questions or concerns about this mod pack or just anything you want to talk about, leave it in the comments below. I'll give you a response very quickly. So yeah, I also wanted to remind you guys I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, so again, I'd really appreciate if you left a like and subscribe to my channel. Because at 2,000 subscribers, I'll be doing a rank giveaway, so yeah. And that rank giveaway will be done on my Twitch channel, Ascent_. I'll leave in the description below if you want to do any of that stuff, but if you don't care for it, then don't. So for this final part of the video, I'm going to be showing you some very specific niche configurations that I decided on after playing the game for a little bit, just to make things a little prettier and easier to use, but you don't really have to follow these if you don't want to. So the first thing that I did here is if you click options and click resource packs, it'll have all the pre-downloaded ones, and for my preference, I put Skyblock Dark UI 1.9 for 1.21 and above on top, so it like overrides the defrosted. And then for everything that this doesn't cover, defrosted has the skins for it, so this on top. And if you want to move it up, it's like this. But yeah, keep defrost in the bottom and Skyblock Dark UI on the top. Next, type in /Skyhoney like this, and I want you to click UI. And basically, I just removed almost everything I didn't like. I like to keep this here, but otherwise like everything's gone. Specifically for the garden, I just removed all the clutter. So if I go to garden here, I'll show you what it looks like for me. Basically everything's gone except the bonus pest chance and then the active competition. Otherwise, yeah, it's literally everything's gone. So if you go to the top right here and click appearances and then go over to custom scoreboard, this is what I kept for my custom scoreboard. So this is like the same scoreboard shown all throughout the like every, I guess, island, but it shows specific things depending on which island, and this is what I kept. If you want to remove something, you can just like click this hamburger option and drag it up. I'm not gonna do that because oh no, I like it like this. So yeah, but this is what I have so far. It's up to you to remove whatever you want. And then on the left here, scroll down and click inventory and then type in item number. I basically removed all of these. What it does is it puts like an item number on like your inventory for certain like items. I don't really like it, so I turned it off, or I guess deleted everything, but that's everything for Skyhoney. Next, type in Skyblocker and then click open config. And on the top right here, I want you to type in slot text and I want you to disable this. So basically what this does is, again, it's kind of like the one I just disabled previously. It shows like some descriptions like on the actual image of the item. I don't like that. I prefer to just like see the item in like the item lore. So yeah, I just disabled this. And then also type in pet and just disable these both. I don't really like pet information because I can, understand what a level is. So take that off and then type in /firmament. Oh, I can't spell. And again, type in pet and disable literally everything. Then go back to the top right and type in scroll and all I did was turn the scroll speed up to 50 because the scrolling base speed is really slow. And there's like kind of a glitch where if you try to scroll like this, it just defaults to the bottom. So if I have a fast scroll wheel, I don't have to worry about like ever using this bar. But that's what I used to do, but now that it's this fast, I don't need to do that. And yeah, that's basically it. I just want to say, if you've gotten this far, then congrats. You're officially on 1.21 and above, so you can now safely play Skyblock without having to worry about Skyblock's V1 update. Also, just as a quick side note, if you're still concerned about the memory allocation thing that showed up earlier, all you have to do is head over to the instance and click Settings, then head over to this button called Java and Memory, and then I want you to click here to check custom memory allocation and then just set it to 4000. This is essentially 4 gigabytes, and it's based on how much RAM you want to allocate. I wouldn't recommend going higher than 4, but yeah, in simple terms, all this does is if your game is lagging a little bit, this might be an issue, so be sure to check on that. But yeah, if you've actually gotten this far, I really appreciate you watching this video, and I really hope you consider subscribing. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.